Yeah.
And the superintendent of the Baldwinsville School District in New York, Jason D. Thomas, put on a full flex of his ability to abuse his power this past Friday night at the Baldwinsville High School football game. You see, Thomas got hammered before, during, and after the game. He was having himself a time, right? Here's Super Nintendo Jason D. Thomas. Kind of looks like an older John F. of the Heart of Hive.
He looks like a Halloween costume.
Yeah, with a big bushy goatee. Yeah, he's got to look to him like he's 45, but he still gets down.
Oh, he does. You'll see in a second. He was in the student section, and he was constantly crowd surfing, just laying his drunk, limp body out horizontally and forcing the teenagers to lift and push him along the stands.
Wait, penis.
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me go face first.
Sarah's
You actually grabbed my dick, Wes. That's exactly what he was thinking.
Yeah.
What about Casey? Is Casey going to lift? Casey, come get in on this.
Yeah. Here, let's just show a clip of him.
Pass
crowd
me to
surfing.
Casey.
Face first.
Yeah, Tanya, get in on the fun.
There he goes. His face first
face
with the grab in
first,
his
big
crotch.
time.
Yeah.
You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1059 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, October 13th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Pat's got Alex Jones, Tom Cruise, and more in the cup of coffee in the big time.
The whole shebango bingo, right at you. Coming at you at the top of the show. Cup of coffee.
Hell yeah.
Delicious. And then Mark's got a little abuse of power segment on deck.
Don't I?
You do.
I do.
You do. And then Wes has got a segment about one of the most annoying types of people in the world, in the whole.
Should tell you everything he needs to know.
Everything. And then I've got
Women.
Is it?
No.
Are we doing another women's segment?
I didn't
Wouldn't
say
be surprised, though.
second most annoying.
Back-to-back women's segments.
That would be the second most annoying type of.
Okay, so this is the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You should know everything by that, everyone. And I've got a big world and Orca news update to wrap it up today. Also, don't forget, follow Hard Factor Highlights on YouTube. That channel is amazing.
And the main channel, Hard Factor and Hard Factor Highlights on YouTube. Get the
Right, Hard
YouTube
Factor
numbers
News
up.
and Hard Factor Highlights, yeah.
Bump those YouTube numbers up.
Yeah, let's get
Right.
the tube nummies up.
Yeah. So,
Come on.
subscribe.
Hop in.
Yeah.
All right,
Water's
that's all I got.
warm. It's okay. That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need, Will. Let me see if I remember still how to do this, because it's been a while, but I think
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, suck it. Suck the coffee
Got it.
down. I like my iced coffee. I like my coffee ice. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Never drink it hot.
Never?
Never,
Drink
huh?
it hot. No, never drink it hot.
Just like
Tell you
my
what,
showers, I like them cold.
Like them cold.
Yeah.
Like to check myself. Get too horny if I take a hot shower.
I like my coffee like I like a bong rip. Strong and quick. And that's why I do Nespressos.
Yeah, but how do you
Strong
wash
and
the cum off your hands in that cold water? You know,
Good point.
Scrub and scrub and scrub.
really congeals in
to,
that cold water, doesn't it?
Freezes to your hand.
I like to recite a Hail Mary while I'm doing it. And by the time I'm done, it's off.
Yeah.
Time it out. Guys, we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think it was last year. Tom Cruise. He's going to the moon, right?
2020,
or something like that. He's definitely jumped to the top of my celebrity death pool. I don't know about you guys. Mark's
He's
got a pretty
filming
scary.
Inside a SpaceX ship, right? That's
I
the
should probably not comment. Yeah. I don't wanna
Potentially will. It's looking good.
well. That he
Universal
said he was
Pictures.
going to like.
Well, he says a lot of things, man. He
In
says
2020,
that, like,
he said, "Yes, I am."
Scientology is a religion. You know,
Be the
and,
first person to film in space, but then the project got shelved, or did it?
Or did it? I mean, everything got shelved because of the pandemic. But the head of Universal Pictures
Saw Top Gun Maverick.
she teased. She did a little teaser that Tom Cruise was going to be doing a spacewalk, and the movie's back. It was already
he is.
reported that Tom Cruise would be shooting in space at the ISS. Okay, but the head of Universal Pictures, Langley, her name is. She said the plan is to also have Tom Cruise perform a full-on spacewalk.
That guy's on a permanent spacewalk. You know what I mean?
Big time.
Like he's gonna repair the ship. He's gonna do the stuff that the cosmonauts
he's gonna
usually
be.
do.
They're gonna give him like a rubber wrench, but he's gonna be pretending.
yeah.
He's gonna be acting.
Lisa, what are you doing over? Lisa's on a spacewalk again.
Yeah, he's going on a spacewalk.
You think Tom Cruise is gonna like wanna unclip? Come on, let me just try it real quick.
Yeah.
100% he's gonna want unclip. That's his thing, man. That's his MO, taking it to the max, bro. I mean, he's in Elron's hands. Everything's gonna be fine as long as Elron's behind the wheel. Yeah, he's taking a spacewalk. So obviously this is
How are his Deaton levels right now?
He's gonna bring the rods up there with him.
the rods. is that part of it?
Yeah, it's the dividing rods or whatever. Yeah,
They hold on to the rods.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is our friend Alec Baldwin producing this movie? Because he gonna die.
No,
Someone's dying on the set.
Someone's definitely dying on this set. Man.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
They don't want to hire the Rust armorer to go up.
Screw
to the
all you
ISS
guys,
with Tom Cruise.
because on that Rust front, I don't know if you guys gave an update earlier, but effectively, the husband of the cinematographer who was shot is now the executive producer of Rust.
Yeah.
And the movie is going back into production, effectively taking Baldwin's name-only position. Yep.
That means he gets all the money.
So is Baldwin fired, or is he still starring in it?
No, Baldwin's still in it. It's moving forward. It's 100. So, but now
So
the husband
they just plotted
is the
to kill his
executive
wife.
producer. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, so Baldwin's paying his way out of it.
Nothing. Okay, again, it's a name-only credit, right? That Baldwin took. That's what I was saying. Someone's paying this guy,
Right.
but they're going back into production, and the only way it seems right is if the
So
husband is now
The
an
big
executive
winner
producer.
is the guy whose wife got murdered. He gets a huge payout, and now he gets a fake role that pays him even
Big winner is us, the audience, who gets to watch Rust when it comes out because the movie's going to be completed. We're not talking about Rust right now, though, guys. We're talking
Not
about
going to watch that one.
Tom Cruise's Faces of Death in space. The executive said, quote, "We have a great project in development with Tom that does contemplate him doing just that, taking a rocket up to the space station," she's British, by the way, "and shooting, and hopefully, fingers crossed, being the first civilian to do a spacewalk outside of the space station." So, you guys into it? Is it
Crazy bastard?
Yeah,
Is it going to get your
fuck
asses
yeah.
in seats?
Yes, I'm going to absolutely watch Tom Cruise.
Yeah, am I going to watch a Tom Cruise movie in theaters?
Space? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the opening scene in Top Gun Maverick? He pretty much is in space, and it was exhilarating.
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, that crazy Scientologist knows how to act in a movie and make me want to watch it, especially
One of
action
my favorite
films.
actors.
He sure does.
You know what I want to
Didn't
watch?
think Top Gun was that good.
Oh, it was
You didn't like Top Gun Maverick?
Really didn't.
You know what I want
Wanted
to watch
to.
more than the space
Nice.
movie is the behind the scenes him training to be an astronaut so intensely and like yelling at everyone, like including other astronauts, to, like
In
take the training more
spinny
serious.
thing
Yeah.
for hours and
Yes,
hours.
just do it again. Just like you passed, Tom. And
Ramp it up.
Yeah,
Run it
More
back.
G's.
Yeah, more G's.
No, Pat, I agree.
what I was
Top Gun Maverick in the middle, it's not as great as but the beginning and end are so good.
how about you two shut up and we move on?
Wasn't that good? Okay, I just want to say
No,
one
it
more
was
thing.
good.
It's good.
On the note, guys, Tom Cruise will be also actually producing, unlike Alec Baldwin, who's executive producing, because that's what he does in all of his movies. The budget is rumored to be $200 million. Cruise is rumored to be making between 30 and 60 Christina Milians for both acting and producing.
That leaves 140, and
Not
it's
a lot of cash
space
left.
movie. That's a short film.
Not like
Doesn't leave a lot for insurance either.
No, I was thinking about the insurance. That's a huge insurance
cheap
bill.
for a space movie.
Well, what if they get NASA's help? Because you know what happened with Top Gun. Speaking of Top Gun, is
they have
that's like
NASA's.
a military propaganda film. So they get the armies, like they
Right.
get the military's help. So they get
But
extra
it's
funding.
It's still.
So they
the
might be getting
yeah,
extra funding.
But the budget's still the budget. They just
Yeah, but then they don't have to pay. But then they don't have to pay for like all the space shit if they get like NASA's help with
It's
it.
still-
If
it's
they're
gonna be
doing it
expensive
like
as fuck.
a pat your back to NASA.
No two ways
Is it
about it. The
cheaper
locations guy?
is it cheaper to fly Tom Cruise into space and get those shots, or fake like
100% cheaper to fake it here on Earth.
Yeah,
But that's not going to get
Yeah, for
asses in
sure.
seats.
But
Fake
he's
it.
not going to allow that. He demands that he's going to space.
I do my own stunts.
Demands excellence. And you know he's going to be producing, because he produces hard, you know he's going to be producing from that spacesuit on the spacewalk, giving orders in between takes.
Screaming.
Is it go time? Is it go time, Lyman? All right, let's move on, guys. A self-described incel right? We know what that is, or involuntary celibate. Thank you, Fox News, for the explanation. From Ohio, pled guilty Tuesday for plotting a mass shooting of 3,000 sorority girls.
He was going to kill every sorority girl.
That's a lot. I mean, there's just not that many sorority girls.
How is he going to get away with that?
Yeah. Where,
I don't think
where
he
is
cared.
that?
How many schools?
The University of Ohio.
In his mind every day. That's where it is.
Wait, there's 3,000 sorority girls.
No, he has a
that one
gross
university.
He has a gross misunderstanding of everything related to sorority girls.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
what they're
way.
into, whether they want to talk to him or not, how many of them there are.
They're not going to
Yeah, but during
see it
rush
through
week-
they're not going to see it through their pillows during their pillow fight.
During rush week, they are all outside walking around.
Well, yeah, but they're not
3,000
even
seems
all
high.
in the sororities. They might
There's
not get
50,000
accepted.
people at Ohio.
How is he going to?
Google.
How is he going to
Throw
kill
Google up there.
3,000 women with a giant bomb? And he's
Yeah,
going to get some
exactly.
men too, probably. You know.
Well, he's planning on fucking them all to death.
That's the University of Ohio, the one that's a big rival to Ohio State, right? That one.
That's the Bobcats. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was University of Ohio. Almost
yeah.
positive. Yeah. Anyway, guys, his name is Tress Genko, which we can say because he didn't do it. He's 22 years old, Hillsborough, Ohio. He admitted to planning this hate crime to shoot the women of Ohio at an Ohio university. Okay. And he wrote in his manifesto that he would, quote, slaughter women, quote, out of hatred, jealousy, and revenge, referring to death as, quote, the great equalizer.
Yeah, that'll show him for not banging me.
Right.
You can't
yeah,
say no if they're dead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll call it off if one of them bangs me, though. This is just.
That's on you. That's on you, really.
3,000 of you dead or one of you bangs me. It's your
Just
choice.
one of you needs to bang me by
Well,
the
you
end of the
got caught.
semester.
So I don't care who. Someone's got to step up.
Yeah.
Guys, when Department of Justice officials asked Tress why he didn't, quote, just try to talk to them, Tress reportedly looked puzzled and then angry and then ended the interview.
Yeah.
What?
What are you, nuts?
Yeah, I see what you're trying to. Did you try? I don't know.
Pat, did you see
approaching
the
them nicely
gear
and
he
chat-
bought.
He
bought-
got some tactical gear, I heard, right?
Yeah, and he bought like a balaclava or whatever, but it said revenge on the forehead.
Right.
So-
Yeah. It said it on. It was on his sweatshirt. It
Oh,
said
yeah.
revenge.
He was gonna walk around with a bunch of gear that said revenge.
Yeah. In case, why are you doing this?
Yeah, you know. Now you know.
He would
why.
look down. He had a
Yeah.
skull mask. He had a skull mask. He was going to be sick. He wanted to, quote, aim big for a 3,000 person kill count. The day he wrote his manifesto, he searched online for sororities and for information on the university he planned to attack. This is interesting. 2019, he purchased the gloves, a bulletproof vest, a hoodie with the word revenge on it, a Bowie knife, a skull mask, 2 Glock 17 magazines, a 9mm Glock 17 clip, a holster, a bunch of shit, right? But he also, in 2019, bought a water gun, filled it with orange juice, and according to an Incel, I guess there's an Incel community online, like a message board, he posted on
That's
this thing.
fun.
His exploits spraying women and couples in public with the orange juice out of the water gun, describing it as a, quote,
Why didn't he put some
extremely empowering
champagne
action.
in it and make it a mimosa gun, and then he would have got laid?
That's true.
Yeah.
He doesn't think like that though.
No.
He's punishing.
Now you're
people for
sticky.
Not
Now
paying
you're
attention to
sticky.
him.
Bees are going to get you.
So why did he buy all this shit? So like he bought all this shit back then.
Well, he was
he just
hoping
pled
he'd get
guilty.
laid, Will, between 2019 and 2022, but it didn't work out, I guess.
It didn't work out. No one stepped up.
He gave himself a timeline.
He kept
on
circling
you.
a date on the calendar, then moving it.
Yeah.
That's on you.
I don't know. A girl smiled at me today. I might move in a few months.
Okay, so he got caught right away. He's just been waiting for his.
Oh man, I would love to hear a relationship expert and an incel having a convo.
Oh, we should get him on with Marty.
We should. No, it's not funny about the orange juice thing because that's something that one of the incel shooters also did. He was like
So
copycatting.
that's like a thing they do.
Yeah, he did that before he
It's
shot
like
up.
marking the mean girls.
Okay, if you
I
catch
think it was just
anybody
some-
doing that, they need to just be put in a cell and watched immediately.
Yeah.
An incel will,
So,
yes.
Yeah, an
In
incel.
In the cell.
Well,
Big
oh,
time.
God.
No, I don't think it's a thing that they do. I think it's a thing that guy did, and then it was like his like homage to that.
Maybe
fucking guy,
let's
whatever.
scour the
So, yeah, it
incel
is.
message boards and maybe arrest them. FBI. I don't know.
100%, right?
Do
Just
something good,
search
FBI. Yeah.
Orange juice, water gun, revenge.
Right.
Take him out.
There's a known incel message board. That's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Where is it? Why are we not? What I mean, how did this guy get this far? How did this guy get this far? He can't even Google how many sorority.
Yeah, but is it
get an answer?
Is it better to knowingly have these incel boards and monitor them, or try to get rid of all of them so they have we don't know who they are?
Get rid of
Like
them.
a honeypot?
Get rid of them because when they communicate together.
Well, a lot of them probably
rile
could be
each other
made
up.
by the government to try to catch people.
Right.
right.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's smart. All right. Well, fuck
I
that
like
guy.
I like to escort female officers at the police station with orange juice.
Ugh.
See, look at this. In the two file photos, he's put up the peace sign, and like he doesn't embody that at all. Clearly,
That's the last thing you see. It means goodbye.
Well, like
yeah. He's kind of got some guns too. I mean, he lifts for sure.
That's why
in
he's
the
so
gym.
mad because he's got the guns and
Can't
got the
understand
arms.
it.
Yeah.
He's got a real high school wrestler look to him.
He does.
So what's his charge? Like, how long is he gonna be in jail for? A long
Forever.
time?
Oh, a while, William.
That's
Forever.
Plotting to kill.
Making sure.
He'll be off the streets for a little bit. Let's move on. I'm sure you guys have all seen the viral video, horrible video, now viral video of San Antonio police officer firing like 8 shots into a car of a 17-year-old kid who was eating a hamburger in the parking lot of a McDonald's back on
Yes.
October 2nd. You guys all saw this video?
Yes, many times.
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
watched
play
it once. You're not gonna play it.
I'm not. No, it's horrible to watch, and that's all you
Well,
need
it's like-
to do is watch it.
It
once,
would not
right?
be.
It would not be appropriate now. Right. Especially what's happened since then. But yeah, it's a terrible video. The cop rolls up on a kid who's eating McDonald's in his car, opens the door, and the kid is shocked, puts the car in reverse, and the cop just opens fire on him.
Not that it makes it any better, but just for the purpose of facts, this guy had previously ran from this cop, and
Well,
so
the cop
he-
suspected it. Did they?
That's what he
confirm that?
suspected.
The
No,
cop suspected it.
That
So in the-
doesn't
in the
allow
most-
you to shoot someone. at
I didn't
point-blank
say it aloud.
range.
I just said that's the reason he was like.
He
going up
suspected it.
there.
I don't know if that was confirmed.
It was
though,
literally
yeah.
the definition of deadly force. He opened a clip with about 5 feet
Oh, I
away
know.
from him.
It was disgusting.
Yeah. And the kid's
it was
gonna
awesome.
die.
It was definitely murder.
Yeah, Wes. The update more or less is from the sheriff's department or the police chief. So here's what it said. And by the way, contrary to popular belief, and a lot of people didn't know this because there was a report that the kid's fine. Isn't that a zany incident where that overly trigger happy guy shot up?
I don't care if he
First
stole,
reports
I don't
say
care
he
if he
was
stole the
gonna be
car and
fine, but
fucked the
that
cop's
was-
wife in front of his face. You can't shoot him 8 times from 5 feet away. It's
Agree.
just not
Right.
allowed. Yeah.
But the kid is he's
multiple
non-responsive. On life support, oxygen levels, however, are showing improvement according to the family. They said that on Wednesday.
that's
essentially what happened. This guy's a probationary officer, right? He's got 7 months in, so maybe like you finish a year, then you're no longer a probationary officer. And he was unrelated call to McDonald's, responding to it. Sees this BMW, a car that he believed evaded him the day before. Calls it in on the radio. I think this is the car that ran from him the other day. Rolls up on the car, opens the door, catches the kid like deer in the headlights, mid hamburger. The kid looks down, puts it in reverse. The door is still open, right?
He's like,
He reverses
I thought I evaded you yesterday.
Right. No, I know. You again. The cop says, get out of the car. Right. And
Surely you
throws
won't
it in
open
reverse.
fire on me right now.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows? So anyway, the kid reverses it, and the car door hits the cop as he's backing up. The cop like runs with the door. Right. The door shuts, and the cop moves back with the door, and then the cop drew his weapon and fires like 5 shots into the driver's side window. Then the kid puts it in drive, pulls away. The cop fires like 4 or 5 more shots at the car when it's driving away. He chases the car. The kid was found a block away, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. There's another person in the car, a 17-year-old girl as well. Unhit. And then the kid, Can 2, was originally charged with evading detention and assault on a police officer because the car door. This is probably before.
Yeah, but give me a break.
Yeah, until his
car
but the-
door was well
the
clear of the
supervisors
cop.
watched the cop.
Yeah.
The supervisors watched it, and immediately they came out and said, "No, this guy fucked up on every possible level," and they
that
fired
car
him right
door
away.
was not assault on a police
he was
officer.
charged.
Sorry.
What is
Yeah.
the protocol though? Because back in the day, I actually did a like a PSA. I was part of like a video I filmed about families who lost their family members during police chases, where like either the cop struck someone or the person that they were trying to catch struck someone. It had happened. So like, what's the protocol? Like, are you supposed to stop these guys from fleeing? Because I see
he had to
cop
wait
videos all the time. They'll shoot people.
He had to wait for backup.
He was going 1 mile per hour when he shot it.
I understand. I'm just asking.
He had to wait for backup. Wes, he broke.
Are you related to this cop?
The protocol he broke. The protocol he broke is this. He was supposed to wait for backup when he saw a suspicious vehicle. He didn't do that. He went and opened the car door on his own, and then he got hit by the car door. He got like he created.
Chief of police threw him under the bus immediately. He said this didn't warrant what's it called? Deadly
I didn't
force.
say it warranted the kid being murdered.
Well, he also shot. There was a girl in the car that didn't have anything to do with the car and possible evasion of the next door, and he shot 8 bullets at her too.
Right.
There's a female 17-year-old teenager in there, another girl that like, you know, he should go to jail for like for life in my opinion.
What's the charge?
For murder is what he should go to jail for.
The charge right now is 2 charges of aggravated assault that they said will upgrade to
when he dies
homicide
today
if the kid dies. Yeah, I mean, essentially the moment where the car starts to pull away from the police officer is the moment he should have not drawn his weapon and fired into the car. But what are you gonna do?
Or shoot the tire. Good Christ!
Right, shoot the tire is probably the best thing to do.
The cop turned
He was
himself
2
in,
feet away from the car. Shoot the fucking tire.
and then he posted a $100,000 bond. Got out. The police chief said unjustified, both administratively and criminally, and there's a failure of one individual police officer. Nothing to do with our police force.
No,
the
of course
policies
not. That was one idiot.
Did not allow that training. Did not teach that.
You can't blame.
They didn't teach that in training. Yeah, I
Can't blame the chief for taking that route on this one. That guy.
That guy sucks.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Not good. Real sad. Bummer. All right, guys. Finally, top story of the day. Or
The cream of the crop!
yeah, man. Austin, Texas information wars profiteer Alex Jones is going to have to really ramp up his sales of DNA Force Plus and Alpha Power Vital Male Androgenin because the bill he just got handed from a Connecticut court on Wednesday in the defamation suit related to his Sandy Hook victims crisis actor bullshit is big. The court ruled that Jones and the InfoWars parent company, Free Speech Systems, will have to pay $965 million to the family members of 8 victims of the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting and the FBI agent who responded to the scene, whose life he,
Nearly a
also
billion.
ruined, but in
the
a
bill
lesser
was a
way.
bill. Young.
1 billion. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have, like worked his followers into a froth of harassing parents whose kids had been shot in a mass shooting.
How could he have known they would have done that, Will?
Well,
It's not like they often showed up outside of his InfoWars offices when he riled them up to a froth.
Well, he was riling them up while selling them alpha male vitality. What do you think's going to happen?
Not a good combo.
They're
That's
going
true.
to
That's a bad
get out and do
combo.
some stuff.
Yeah.
He was
You
extending
can't
their
be you
lives.
can't be full of alpha male vitality and then not go harass the people Alex Jones is screaming about all
That's a
day.
good point.
Did you see the video? His response video, Pat? What
I
he
didn't.
said?
No, I didn't.
He said, "Look, they hit me with $1 billion, but it's only going to cost me a few $100,000 to keep this in court, keep appealing it." He's like, "I'm never going to fucking pay this." And then he did it like a sales pitch for people to buy his products.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Classic
Right.
Jones.
That's why he didn't make it to court. Actually, Wes, thank you for pointing that out. Because he's got to sell a lot of fucking Alpha Brain at $42 a pop. He's gonna have to move. Get this, 22,976,190 units of Alpha Power just to cover the gross amount of cash he owns.
But
That's
can you
about
imagine the amount of power people would have.
It's so
on
much
that?
power.
Somebody took that all to the face.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like a nuclear
lot of
power
power.
plant. He's
Yeah.
pumping out.
Wipe COVID
It's
off the face of the earth.
63,000 units a day for the next year. He's got to move off the shelves.
Yeah, but he's not going to pay all that money. He doesn't have that money, first of all. But again, like he said, he's going to just appeal it, spend way less money. He's going to drain himself in
he's going to
lawyer
declare
fees. But
bankruptcy at some point, and
Yeah,
then when he gives up the fight, he's going to declare bankruptcy, and then after a year of that, he's going to make a ton of money doing whatever he wants.
Again, it won't be InfoWars. It'll
No,
be
it'll be whatever. He'll rebrand it. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Info
Info
battles.
whores.
Right. He's got
so
too
he's
many
already a
followers.
Brain
unfortunately.
battle.
Yeah.
He's already put the company into bankruptcy. And this isn't the end, guys. He has another defamation trial pending. Lawsuit for Louis Ponzer and Veronica de la Rosa, the parents of Noah Ponzer. And then, of course, there's the $4 million compensatory damages and the $45.2 million in punitive damages he's already been ordered to pay.
It's a lot of money.
Put it on my tab.
He made a lot of money, but he didn't make that much money.
No, the courts are
hundreds of millions.
Yeah,
probably
I'd say he could have scrounged up 300 to 400 million max, but not.
Dude, after seeing the losses on CelsiusNetWorth.com and then looking at those people and figuring out how much cash they had, I'm like, whoa, we're a lot
shuffling
poorer than
funds
I
to
thought we
offshore
were.
accounts prior to this too, right?
Yeah, 100%. Alex Jones is deep
right.
in
He's
the
definitely
offshore.
sheltering some of this cash before he declares bankruptcy and then goes
time.
and gets his sheltered cash.
Totally legal, by the way. Totally legal to put your money offshore. Nothing. No, there's no law about it. Okay, just a little tax loopy holer. Anyway, guys,
got a
that's
lot
a
of
cup of
those.
coffee. Yeah. Oh, ton of those. Jersey Islands, Panama, Bahamas, Nieves, all of them.
Put a grave on your golf course.
That's right.
Oh, no big deal. No big deal. I love Devanka. That's why I want her near tax
Her
break
favorite
city.
hole was hole 4.
I mean, come on. That is just.
She loved
Lots of
hole
good
4.
tax. Lots of good tax
423 yard
breaks out
par
there.
4.
Look at
Or
the view. Ivanka loved the view of hole 4.
You could
What do you think
donate
that was
all.
discussed ahead of time, or do you think?
Well, Pat, you could also donate all of your money, all of your billions of dollars to your own charity, like so many other philanthropists do,
That's true, guys.
Yeah.
and then just
Or-
spend it on your own company.
Or you could join Congress and figure out how to make the rules and then bet on the stocks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of loopholes.
Oh yeah,
Do it.
Oh man, that's
it's a
one
loophole
thing.
city.
Set
America.
the rules, make the rules, enforce the rules, then bet on the rules you enforced.
Right.
We'll
Sweet
cover in
game.
great detail later this week, perhaps. But a Wall Street Journal report came out, secret documents revealing that it's like 70% of government employees that were in a position to affect the success of a particular business with their government oversight were also trading in the stocks of that.
That's not
particular
good.
company.
That's not
No
good.
way.
For you,
Right.
not
That's
good,
not good
for
for
you.
No way.
Not bad for them.
Never thought that.
Not
way.
bad for them at all. Guys, that for you. Excuse me. That segment, guys, brought to you by MyBookie. Yeah, that's right. Your favorite athlete always strives to put themselves in a winning position. It's about time you did too with MyBookie. MyBookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests to fill all your sports betting needs anytime, anywhere. You can bet the NFL, the MLB. You can play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly blackjack tournaments. I know Wes likes that.
Oh, he loves it.
Waiting for the right time to get in on the action,
Too much.
the time is now to make your winning move today. Sign up at mybookie.com. You're going to want to use promo code
Factor.
FACTOR.
There it
and
is.
claim your deposit match. So the deposit match is any amount up to $1,000. Is that right?
Yeah.
A
Holy
pretty sweet deal, huh?
S.
Yeah.
So
Alex
if you
Jones
put-
might want to get in there and try to gamble.
I mean,
what's he have to
that's-
lose, you know?
It's one of his only ways out. So you're saying if I put in $500, not that
You
I
get
have it, but I
500
put in
more.
$500, they would match it?
Yeah.
It's $500 free money?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're damn right.
Promo code FACTOR. Claim your bonus. Experience sports in a whole new light. Make the season a winning one. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. That's MyBookie. Promo code FACTOR.
You put that $500 on the birds. Go
See,
birds.
I said
I
Hard
don't know.
Factor yesterday was the promo. Which is the promo?
I think it's Factor.
I
It's
believe
not
it
in
is.
our ad copy. Is
It's
what it
always either Factor or Hard Factor. Here's the deal.
Right.
They'll
is.
show
Ooh,
you.
It's promo code FACTOR.
Yeah, it's Factor.
Okay, I said it wrong yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
The URL, if you want. I'm
We have
not
to
going
do
to
a
say it
make
because I'm
good.
not
That's
going to
on
confuse.
Wes. He just admitted it on air too.
I'll read it.
Now they have 2 chances to hear it. We all.
You have more chances to win.
Yeah. Yeah, when we do a free ad, you'll hear it again. We all want to turn back the clock. For some, it's for vanity. Others just want to relive the glory days, right? I was the king. For me, I would love to wake up every morning with
Should have known me back then.
I was the king with zero brain fog, a clear mind, and be as energized as I was when I was younger, because I was the shit. You know, I was like, oh, I can drink all the time and it doesn't affect me. I can run and get hit by a train. It doesn't affect me. But up until I found out about first person, I was waking up with brain fog in my brain fog. Freudian
Didn't take your first person
Alex
today.
Jones, right? Even on days when I would like get 8 hours of sleep, I was still waking up with this fucking brain fog, and it took me like hours to get out of the brain fog, get my coffee and everything, and like just like finally by like noon I was ready to go. But that's not good enough, right? Luckily, first person came along and they're like, well, we'd like to work with you guys because you're awesome. We're like, whoa, we'd like to work with you guys because you're awesome. And then they gave us some of their stuff, and I've been taking it, and now I'm waking up feeling fresh, and I have a more active role in my brain's overall health.
Amazing pill
have
cans. These
the
things
brain
have.
fog. Look at that. Notice how it's magnetized, so you're not.
You can. That's so you can put it on your fridge too. Very
literally
convenient.
put it on your fridge,
Very
or
convenient.
on your desk if you have a nice
Wow, that's amazing.
metallic desk. Yeah. So after witnessing the deteriorating effects Alzheimer's had on their father and grandfather's cognitive health, brothers Chris and Joe were determined to take their brain health into their own hands. And then they did 25 years of research. Boom. They created First Person, which is an innovative precision-targeted cognitive supplement system which uses the brain-boosting medicinal benefits of mushrooms to activate the full potential of human cognition and brain health. And First Person supplements are made with functional mushrooms aimed to stimulate the body's natural production of specific neurotransmitters that trigger activities like energy, the morning one, mood, the afternoon one, and sleep, the night one. Will's got them all right there. Yellow in
That's
the
right.
morning, orange in the afternoon, purple at night. I've been favoring the moonlight one, the purple one. At night times, it helps me get to sleep and wake up without brain fog. But I know the boys use all of them, and I do too. So start improving your brain health and cognition with First Person. Get 15% off your first order by going to getfirstperson.com and use code Hard Factor. That's GETFIRSTPERSON.com. Code Hard Factor for 15% off your first order. Get firstperson.com. Code Hard Factor. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And guys, all of our URLs, promo codes, all that stuff, they're in the show notes. So if you just go look at wherever
Scroll
you're
to the
listening
bottom.
to this, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever the fuck you are, hit the description. All the links are in there. They're hyperlinked. You can get it there. All right. I've got a little segment for you today I'd like to call Abuse of Power. And you've already heard some good abuse of power stories today, like the cop that shot the unarmed kid eating a hamburger, or Alex Jones telling millions of people complete lies, or basically all the stuff Will's going to tell you about Iran, Russia, and China later. That's probably, I don't know, but probably
There's going to be some abuses of power later, Mark. Yeah.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know if Wes's annoying people are abusing their power, but they might be. But I have two more abusive powers for you. So you'll have to stomach these as well. Although my second one, you might not want to be eating for, literally, stomaching wise. So first up, when you think of high school, who do you think has the most power in the high school structure system?
The king.
Besides the king.
Like, is this including
older.
faculty? Is
Yeah,
this including?
yes.
Oh, including faculty. The
Superintendent.
administrators.
Football
The
coach.
superintendent, yes. Yeah, I thought someone was going to say like principal, but it's the Super Nintendo Chalmers, right?
Yeah.
And the superintendent of the Baldwinsville School District in New York, Jason D. Thomas, put on a full flex of his ability to abuse his power this past Friday night at the Baldwinsville High School football game. You see, Thomas got hammered before, during, and after the game. He was having himself a time, right? Here's Super Nintendo Jason D. Thomas. Kind of looks like an older John F. of the Heart of Hive.
He looks like a Halloween costume.
Yeah, with a big bushy goatee. Yeah, he's got to look to him like he's 45, but he still gets down.
Oh, he does. You'll see in a second. He was in the student section, and he was constantly crowd surfing, just laying his drunk limp body out horizontally and forcing the teenagers to lift and push him along the stands.
Wait, his penis.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
know,
let me go
hey,
face first.
Sarah's
You actually
not
grab my
lifting.
dick, Wes. That's exactly what he's thinking.
Yeah.
What about Casey? Is Casey gonna lift? Casey, come get in on this.
Yeah. Here, let's just show a clip of him.
Pass
crowd
me to
surfing.
Casey.
Face
Yeah,
first. Yeah.
Tanya, get in on the fun.
There he goes. He's face
yeah,
first
face
with a grab in
first,
his
big
crotch.
time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm not playing with
first.
sound, but it's just them being like, okay.
He's even like kind of thrusting his crotch
yeah.
towards the students. If
Probably.
Yeah,
Yes,
cool,
direction.
cool principal.
Now bring
He's like-
me back.
you look at the slope of his body, the crotch is definitely the lowest point.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
forward.
He
Now back.
did core workouts just so he could bend his crotch.
Somebody
further.
support the crotch. Hey,
Sag it in the middle. Sag it in the middle.
Oh,
Classic.
man.
I mean, from a mile away, you can see what he's doing there.
it's not great, right? So
Those are all high school kids, and he's hammered.
they sure were. A lot of people were saying, Mr. Thomas is acting and funny, and he smells funny too. And then several of the students reported that they could just tell Mr. Thomas was shit-faced. They reported that to other authorities, including the police. So
A lot of
because
people are saying Mr. Thomas won't crowd surf. What do you guys think? What, Mr. Thomas?
yes, him saying it. A lot of people.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of your classmates mentioned me earlier. They thought I wouldn't be up for a little crowd surf, and they don't know the Mr. Thomas. You know, am I right?
You guys did pretty good on your tests, so deal's a deal. I'll crowd surf.
Deal's a deal.
Best scores in the district.
Yeah.
Doing this for you guys.
So the cops came because everyone like called the cops on him.
No, they did not. To
yes,
the
they
football
did.
game?
Yeah, no. Okay.
The parents, the parents.
That's
have
his
really good
domain.
fucking- Yeah,
high school football games are a place where
he's fucking with their kids.
it is okay for like kids or like other people to be sneaking drinks. That happens all the
Right.
time in high school football games. But the superintendent getting hammered and hanging out with
If he's
kids,
making
that
out with your daughter, you're going to call the cops on him. Yeah.
never happens.
So they called the cops on him, and then the cops just showed up and waited for him to leave.
Oh, they don't. That's nice. They didn't want to embarrass.
I mean, the cops must
Well,
have been
they
there
did.
if it's a
No,
high
they
school
did.
football game, right?
They did embarrass him. In fact, what they did was the second he got in his car and didn't turn on his blinker, which was in the parking lot, they just pulled him over in the school parking lot, and they said, "Well, you don't have a front license plate, which is secondary, but you didn't use your blinker, so we pulled you over." And then Mr. Thomas failed the DWI test miserably because it didn't include crowd surfing.
they did a field sobriety test on him.
Oh yeah.
Did you see me out there?
And he and then they made him blow, and he blew way over a 0.08, blew a high number. Went from the best night ever to, I'm going to lose my job, aren't I? And he pretty much did on Monday when the school board voted for him to be on unpaid leave and appointed the guy who was in charge before him, who he beat in August 2021 in a vote of 7-1. That guy's back. He's back in charge. But yeah,
Well, he was a good schmoozer. He got drinks with everybody who got the 7-1 vote.
there you go.
I love this. So anyone who's got a drug or alcohol problem, right, eventually will have to face it, right? In a
Eventually
way,
crowd surfs on teenagers' hands.
Something happens. A lot of times it's a car accident.
It's called rock bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so Wes,
Yeah.
can you explain
Yeah,
what's
this
going on
is
here?
his.
Have you ever seen a better rock bottom? The explanation story.
This is
whatever.
this is an epic rock bottom. I mean, he completely lost all control.
Crowd
And-
surfing.
Yeah, yeah.
You think he's gonna have to tell this? He's gonna have to tell this story.
Go, wow.
It's textbook rock bottom.
Yeah.
In his mind, everything was
Yeah,
cool.
not great.
Yeah. All right,
That's
guys.
That's when I woke up in a dumpster.
Have a
What
great
about you?
weekend. Gets pulled
How'd
over
you get
15
here?
feet away.
Oh shit, man!
well, he
yeah, those
lost his
cops
job.
did want to embarrass him. Never
They
mind.
did. Well, everyone's pretty sick of what his antics. His job, by the way, pulled in over $200K a year. Not bad, but he lost
No
it.
wonder they wanted to fucking bust his ass.
Thomas, by the way, was the superintendent of the Ichabod Crane Central School District near Albany before coming to Baldwinsville, where he ironically lost his head. Boom, you think he probably would have done that at Ichabod. And some of you might be saying, "Oh, hanging out in the student section and making the students touch your penis while you're drunk in public as a figure of authority is not a great abuse of power." Fine, okay, try this one on for size then. How about 52-year-old Wu Mei Ho of Singapore, who's facing her day in court after abusing her power? And what would her power be? How about she claimed to be a god and her 14 followers believed her? How about that for a power? That's ultimate power.
That's some strong power. Yeah.
Yeah,
These in-person followers or online followers?
in person. Oh,
It's 14 in person's not bad. 14 online's real bad. That's
It's
incel
good.
level. But
once you hear the stats and what she made them do, it's really good for her.
How do you think? How do you think that goes? Like, how many people you think you have to stack up that follow you as a god before you start getting more? Like, the first is probably the hardest, right?
Yeah, I'd say
7.
after 2,
And then-
it rolls a little. 3, it rolls a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, once it becomes like more than an orgy.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
And they have to be unrelated.
Well, that's
it can't,
when you're
it can't be like a
powerful.
family of 7 because it has to be like people from different walks of life that found you, right?
Yeah, all equally gullible.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, let's see how she abused the power. Well, between 2012 and 2020, when she
Great
was
question.
finally arrested. She conned millions of dollars out of her 14 followers. Apparently, a requirement to be a follower of Wu Mei was you not only had to be gullible, but you had to be rich. One woman gave her the equivalent of $250,000 just one day so that Wu Mei could buy a bunch of cows, which she said would like help them all live longer. She's like, this is for everyone. So she got $250K and like a Thursday, bought some cows. That woman ended up giving her over $3.5 million in the 9 years she followed her. And all of her followers gave her over $5 million, which Wu Mei used to pay off her loan sharks and buy properties and nice things with.
Gamble.
And in return, you'd think like, okay, well, what is the god?
What does she do for him?
What does she do for him? Well, what she does is she made them eat human shit as punishment for not paying her, as well as she tortured them a lot.
No way.
Yeah.
Tortured him.
That's awesome. So these
That
are
was
just
her
rich
thank you.
people that, these are rich people that just
You
wanted
can
to
eat
be
my
tortured.
God
Yeah.
shit. My God shit.
Is there ever an out? Like, do you ever run into someone who like once ran a cult, got the money, and then left? Right? Or does it always end
A
in,
recovering
like,
cult leader? No.
death or
It ends in arrest or death. Yeah.
Arrest usually. But
Usurping.
if you don't want to be, you don't want the next head
Yeah.
to challenge you. It's like a tribe or like
Because they kill you and say they're a god, and what can you really do because you were a fake god anyways? You're like, damn, they beat me at my own trick.
But it sounds like as far as fake gods
god?
go,
Must be a god.
Yeah.
this one sounds like, I mean, not like she was doing it to super rich people who obviously wanted to be abused. Like they were eating
Well,
the shit, right?
She really picked on one woman. Wu Mei did. Like, I guess she really didn't like Miss Ong because Miss Ong got the brunt of it from Wu Mei, who she pulled her teeth out with pliers.
The song's always doing wrong.
Had other people hold her down and also pull her teeth out with pliers. Like, she's like, you get on it too. You can pull out her teeth. She also one time poured hot oil in Miss Ong's left eye, making it burn while twisting her left ear until it bled. Probably the worst time was when she stabbed Miss Ong in the arm with scissors, then forced her to jump from a building, which upon landing caused both Miss Ong's ankles to break at 90-degree angles.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
In retrospect, it really wasn't all that bad.
Miss Ong landed wrong.
Now
Yeah,
that
she
one's
did.
bad. That one's real bad.
Well, in
Yeah, no.
retrospect, it wasn't really that bad for all the other followers besides the occasional shit sandwich because they had Miss Ong there to shield them from all the physical abuse.
Right.
Miss Ong was paying to that haven't happened. What's going on?
This would be so bad if Miss Ong wasn't here.
Yeah, it would be a lot worse. Miss Ong kept getting caned constantly.
Hey, is Miss Ong gonna come tonight?
Yeah, don't go to service if Miss Ong's not there.
You know, Miss Ong, I haven't told you recently, but I really appreciate you.
Oh, you got to show up like you got to be buddy system with Miss Ong.
You got to watch from the car and make sure she walks in.
Miss Ong called in sick today.
Yeah.
She just can't get it right.
Yeah, she convinced one idiot, probably Miss Ong, to give her $2.5 million to build a temple in India, which she definitely did not build. Miss Ong probably asked to see the temple, and that's when she got the hot oil to the eye. Like, I'll show you. You'll see what I want you to see, which is pain right now. Wu Mei also ruined a lot of her followers' credit because when they ran out of money to give her, she said, "That's fine. Just go to the bank and tell them you make over $45,000 a month. Take out some big loans, then give me the loan money."
Whoa, no way.
Yeah. So she just like ruined everyone's credit. She was torturing them, making them eat shit sandwiches.
But
Wu
they
Mei,
did it for 9 years, you say?
yeah.
9 years. I mean, these people liked it. They were enjoying this shit. Maybe
One
even
or
Miss
two,
Ong.
one or
I
two
don't
of
know.
them really, literally enjoyed the shit.
Yeah, literally. No, they liked it. Like
Few of them did.
you don't keep eating this girl's shit for 9 years if you in paying her millions of dollars if this isn't like doing something for you.
Well, you'll do whatever your God tells you to. Will you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think-
So it's doing something for them. Yeah.
Do you think you're starting to like try to secretly influence her diet if you're eating the shit that long?
Yeah.
If they like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Try to
they
make
keep-
things a little bit better, easier.
Slip her some greens.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wheatgrass again?
She's been eating a lot of meat. Wu Mei has been in remand since her arrest because they don't want her out on the streets. And she got an additional 40 charges in court this past week from the 10 she got in 2020. So she's looking at 50 charges. But over there in Singapore, I guess, or wherever she's charged, it's just a max of 10 years in jail she's facing, which would put her at her early 60s upon release. And if we know anything about 60-year-olds, it's that they still shit. So that's bad news for the next group or the same group of people that think she's a god.
Their laws are crazy. They'll put you in jail for life for a little bit of weed.
weed,
but
yeah.
if you can,
Not if you're a god, though.
Not if you're a god. Yeah.
Not if you feed people shit.
Yeah,
backwards.
push them off.
Extort all their money.
Push them off of buildings.
Break their ankles. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, so she abused her power. That's abuse of power. Yeah.
Jesus
That-
Christ!
that-
Brush your
what it
teeth.
is.
It smells like you've been eating shit.
But Mark, I do have to ask you. I do have to ask you. Is it an abuse of power if she is a deity, though?
And if she's actually a deity, no, it would not be. Well, I mean, still,
Yeah.
I still think she didn't have to make him eat.
I guess you can
shit.
still abuse
It's
your-
still,
abuse
yeah,
your
you
power
still abuse
if
your power, even if you have power, you can still abuse it.
Okay.
Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's abuse of power.
If you're a god, you don't get like a pass. You still can abuse it.
No, I mean, maybe you're right to do it as a god, but
I don't know.
it's still abuse.
I don't know how it works with gods.
Yeah.
I think it's abuse. All right, got a new segment also called Vegans, God's Little Stumble.
I knew it.
That's who it was.
Yeah, vegans, not women vegans.
Well, some are the Venn diagram. A lot in the middle there.
A lot in the middle. You're right, Mark.
I'm listening, Wes.
And look, I can talk about vegans like this, because if you remember, I pretty much was one for a whole month, and I saw what becoming a vegan can do to you. I became somewhat healthy, way more pompous, began saying things like, where do you keep the nutritional yeast? And was this ethically harvested? I made my own hummus from scratch 3 days in a row. I was sharing
How was that?
jokes. It was fantastic, actually. I was sharing jokes about pescatarians online, how superficial they all are. Get it?
Yeah.
And I must have shared this meme 100 times. It says, to all people I annoy being vegan, it's not me, it's your conscience.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. I hated who I become.
You were mean to us.
I was.
Does
I
any-
hated who I'd become.
Yeah. Does anybody really? Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody is anybody annoyed by somebody just being a vegan, or is everybody annoyed by people talking about being a vegan? That's
It's
the annoying part.
It
right?
gets really annoying when they change up a whole dinner menu for themselves. That gets annoying.
Right. I think it's about the shadow that your veganism casts. Like there's that
At a
there's that
restaurant.
shopping center in Austin in Terrytown, right? Owned by a vegan, where the beer plant is. Great vegan restaurant, but the shoe hospital, Austin Shoe Hospital, was there forever, and they weren't allowed to sell leather shoelaces. Right. They had to hide them under the counter.
That's weird.
Because the woman that owned the place wouldn't allow it because she.
Look, some people become vegans for different reasons. Some is for to save your life for health reasons. It's not always.
Yeah,
It's not always I love animals more than you, and I'm going to tell you about it.
Right. There's
always
basically two types of vegans. I'll get to it in a little bit. Anyway, like I said, I hated who it become. I felt more energized, lost about 20 pounds. It just wasn't for me. As
It does make you lose weight.
Yeah. Just wasn't for me. So,
Did you really?
yeah, a whole month. Yeah.
I did it for like 3 months a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a vegan Thanksgiving. It was awesome.
Didn't you feel great?
I lost a ton of weight. Yeah, I did feel good. But at the end,
You guys didn't eat cheese?
for a little bit we didn't.
I ate it.
For a little bit we
come
didn't.
on.
But yeah,
I
it's
think
hard
I think I ate one egg and like one thing of cheese
to keep up.
in a month.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so as you can see, I have the right to talk about vegans like this because I used to be one. So let's go to the UK to check in on one of God's little stumbles and the troubles she caused for an entire neighborhood because of her, quote, ethical beliefs, which, as you will see, put the well-being of animals above humans. And that, my friends, is where you lose me when it comes to veganism. But enough about me. Let's talk about her. She wreaked havoc on those around her. And I'm not talking about, like I said, altering an entire dinner menu to appease them. Not quite as bad as that, but pretty bad. 73-year-old.
Vegan farts stinky.
They are.
Yeah, it's a lot of beans. That's the problem with veganism, right?
And
Is
like
there's
fake
too much
cheese.
beans involved in the diet, and that's just
A
what
lot of legumes.
Try to push a soy fart out without getting some
lentils.
stank.
You're eating a lentil.
Yeah.
You don't want.
So, 73-year-old Margaret Manzoni of Essex, England, is an ethical
Good additions.
vegan. And Mark, what like you were talking about before, different types of vegans. Ethical vegans is the worst kind of vegan. These are the vegans that will throw paint on you for wearing leather
They
shoelaces.
want to tell you they're a vegan, yeah.
Ethical veganism is a moral viewpoint that affects every aspect of their lives. Dietary vegans eat a plant-based diet, but ethical vegans will try
Exactly.
to exclude all forms of animal exploitation. So
When you
could
go to
be-
a restaurant with a dietary vegan, they're like apologetic for making it challenging to find food that fits their diet. When you go with an ethical person, they like give you shit for taking them to a restaurant that serves meat.
yeah, they're criticizing your belt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So like most ethical vegans, Margaret
That's
cares.
a wild complex to believe that
Most of them don't do
your
that, guys.
food choices make you a superior
Ethical
person.
vegans, every
Most
single
of,
one.
most
from,
of them.
every
most of them
single
don't.
ethical vegan rubs it in your face.
Almost all of them don't.
Yeah.
Eventually they
Dietary, no, but ethical, yes.
Not right away, but eventually they'll say something
Oh,
to
they
you.
judge you. They're no better than a Catholic thinking you're going to hell.
Yeah. And like most ethical vegans, Margaret cares more about animals than humans, even starving children. So when her little house in a village called St. Osyth, here's the village, and then here's her house. Right in the middle is her house, by the way. This is important.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like a row house.
Yeah,
Townhouse.
little, yeah. It became infested with mice.
Hope
Okay.
they loudly cook meat in the houses to the left and right of her.
Well, no. See, what happened is Margaret's house became infested with mice, and like most vegans do, she ignored what other people would prefer. People being her neighbors, who insisted she deal with the pests. But instead, Margaret started feeding the rodents because the delusional 73-year-old saw her mice as her friend. She was like a demented Cinderella, you know.
That's that. See, when somebody starts feeding the pests, that's when things are making a real turn in that person's life, and there's no coming back from being a pest feeder.
Those mice would eat her.
Yeah. Here's a few pictures of the shit covered floors from her house. And
Ew.
as you can see, they made homes everywhere, even getting real cliche and nesting in boots. But when the boots ran out, the mice
Fucked up nursery rhyme.
the mice had nowhere to turn except Margaret's neighbors' homes. The stench and infestation became so bad, it forced some to abandon their homes and move away, inconveniencing her neighbors' lives. And as we all know, vegans love to inconvenience anyone they can. The local council warned Margaret to do something about her friends. Margaret refused to take action, stating it went against her ethical beliefs, according to the city council. So back in April, they fined her once. Margaret went back to her house. She kept feeding the fucking mice. Her bond with the mice was too strong. She kept caring for them. The infestation grew along with the stench.
She can't hire an exterminator because they'll kill them, and she can't deal with that.
No, she can't do it.
She can't. She can't.
Yeah,
deal
lock
with the
this
mice
woman up,
turn.
or force her to move places, and then the city just takes care of it.
She's a
This is
menace. Yeah. So the stench of dead mice, mouse shit, piss, destruction of their homes forced people to move. From the
Did
post.
she own this place?
Yeah, she owned it. Look at this
she
place.
owns it. Oh,
Yeah, she owns it.
Looks like she rents.
She's been there forever.
Well, the mice owned it.
So the court
now.
Yeah, the court again took her to the people again took her to court. They fined her like equivalent of like $3,000. They said, "Hey, we respect your beliefs as an ethical vegan, but knock it off with the mice." And she didn't. She persisted. So now they have
shared property, please.
Yeah, they have nothing. They can't do anything else. They said we respect people's personal beliefs and how they choose to live their homes. But when this has detrimental impact on others, we have no choice to take necessary steps to ensure everyone's quality of life. And that's where we are. Nothing is being done about it because she's a vegan.
They say, we will waive the $3,000 fee if you eat one burger.
Yeah.
She's bullied. She's so militantly vegan that she's bullied her neighbors out.
You should turn it into like a museum, like a little attraction.
Yeah, she's ruined these people's lives.
I mean, that sucks, man. Just get a cat, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's thousands of them there now.
Yeah, there's a way you can.
Yeah, what does she think about cats?
As Mark
What does she think about cats killing mice?
I'm sure
probably
she hates
isn't a fan of it. Yeah.
Oh, because it's animal on animal violence, and that's like against the
She
natural
probably goes,
law.
No, Mr. Whiskers.
Do they not watch documentaries, vegans, and understand that animals eat each other, or is that just
No, they don't. As a rule.
okay? Just making sure.
A lot of them can't see because of the malnutrition. They can't really see the screen.
Right? They can't get it. They can't grip the remote. Turn it on.
The reading comprehension's a little slow with the brain fog.
So
I would watch it. That's that, Wes.
that's it. That's it. Just
Nice.
a vegan in her
thank
mice.
you. That was an important story. I mean, that was
It was very important.
Fuck.
Now you know.
Been a long
That's
week.
big news. Yeah, it is. All right. Before we get to our last story today, let's talk about our last sponsor, Upside. From cringing at the pump to getting an eye-popping check at your favorite restaurant, inflation is hitting us all where it hurts. It really is. And it really hurts too. That's why I started using the Upside app. Upside is an incredible app for anybody who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. So you guys do that, right? All those things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. That's everybody.
Can't stop.
No, of course you can't. I mean, it's living your life. It's the world. With every purchase, I'm earning cash back thanks to Upside. It's a seriously easy thing to do. All I do is look up the deals on I like the map, look at what's close to me. And then it's a free app, by the way, that I'm looking that up on. And then I just go and I drive to the place that has the deals and I get the cash back buying stuff that I need anyways. It's just
check in. You had like 2 buttons.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it works. To get started, download the free Upside app. Use our promo code HARDFACTOR and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Next, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Check in, as Mark said, at the business. Pay as usual with the credit or debit card you got on file and get paid. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. Nice.
Yeah. And the check-in is not like you need to like go see a gas attendant. It's like on the app. You just click check in. Yeah. Like, so just to make that clear. You don't need to tell your waiter that you've checked into their restaurant. Like you
it's just all on your phone.
Just tap the button. Checked in. Yeah.
Ping, pay, done. In comparison to credit card rewards, like I was saying, loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. That's why it's a great app to use. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. Pretty good. Same rating as us.
I think so.
It's your favorite podcast. So that's a great rating. Download the free
96 and change. Like out of 100. It's like a.
It's like the highest Madden player.
Yeah.
And you get that change back.
Yeah.
Yeah, cashback rewards. You're damn right, Pat. Download the free Upside app and use promo code HARDFACTOR to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code HARDFACTOR. The Upside app. It's free. Get in the App Store. All right, fellas. I got a story for you. It's about sort of like appreciating what we have here in North America, right? Like things, it's bad, right? Like it's not maybe our brightest times, like the last 2 years.
It's not Singapore Colt Misong bad, yeah.
Right, exactly. So you gotta appreciate, you gotta be thankful for what you have. And in North America, we got a lot, guys.
Gotta be thankful to at least you're not Miss Ong, you know?
Right.
Song's here, yes.
You gotta be thankful when she shows up. You're real thankful. And that's kind of what I'm talking about here. In North America, we got a lot to be thankful for on this continent. And really, you can say that about any continent that isn't Eurasia or Iran for the most part right now. And so to put that all in context, I want to start with a story that was probably the most personally submitted to me of all time by the listeners. And thank you to everybody that sent these in because it was a numerous amount. Guys, an Orca-themed house is for sale in British Columbia, Canada. And now I know where I need to live one day. It's only $1.6 million. Okay. At Zillow Gone Wild tweets, you'll have a whale of a time.
Is that Canadian dollars? Because it's more like $1 million.
Canadian dollars. Yeah. So it's like $1 million. So you'll have a whale of a time living in this BC Canada home, currently listed for Canadian 1.599 mil. And guys, can you describe the house to the listeners? It's just
it's hideous.
It's
ugly.
2-story. It looks like modern meets potentially Japanese or traditional. It's got an arched roof.
But how many orcas?
It's horrible.
Okay, there are orca statues.
Looks like a beach house you rent and they're immediately embarrassed.
There's orca statues installed in the front driveway. The walkway,
Orca jumping out of like an aqua painted. It's like it's supposed to be water.
It's not even
Airbnb.
Yeah, it's not even like good orcas. It looks like a paper mache, like on top of a float at a parade.
That's pretty. The water looks bad, but the orca itself is okay.
The water looks.
It looks like the kid that sold you drugs in high school kept doing it, didn't get busted, and then built a house. That's how stupid it looks.
Dude, partying with that orca in that backyard. Look at these swimming orcas to the front door.
You think that looks good?
Well, it's pretty. I mean, orcas are powerful. They're majestic.
That's a cool front with the orca painting on the ground. I like that.
Orca tile work. Yeah.
That's cool. That's the only cool orca thing so far out of 6 orca things.
Right.
It's not well done.
Yeah. 1.6 Canadian, kind of a steal if you ask me. Might have to legally change my name to Free Willie Smith if I ever get my hands on a fine orca mansion like that.
I feel like if the price stays there, that's going to be on the market for a while.
Yeah.
Good. I might have to move to British Columbia. All right. But what I'm saying is we got stuff like that in North America. Okay. That's beautiful. All right. That's something that you're not going to see everywhere. and it's going to make a lot of people's day. Not the three of you, but it made my day. Now, let's look at some of the other places you could try to move to in this world.
Okay.
First, Iran, where the government has shut down the internet so that they can kill protesters in the 19 cities that are on fire right now over anti-government protests without people posting the videos. That's why they killed the internet.
Yeah, people are sending us like really sad videos. And
oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
they were. But no, I
they
guess
were
they
before the
can't.
internet got shut down. Right. The Iranian government has also admitted that they are black bagging protesters and sending them to quote unquote institutions. So they've admitted to killing at least 100 protesters. Who knows how many people they've black bagged and taken to an institution. But, call me crazy, guys. I'll take the Orca house over Iran.
I'm back on the Orca house. Good call.
Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sign me up
Right?
for the Orca.
It's like every authority figure over in Iran is like the cop outside the San Antonio McDonald's.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's going on out there.
That's what's going on over there.
Except instead of the the chief calling him out and pointing out that he's
They're
an
getting
idiot who
raises.
should be fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just trying to lock it down and be authoritarian and just kill everybody that doesn't go along with the regime. So
Again?
yeah. So I'd take the Orca house over that, guys. Call me crazy, but
No way. Not crazy on that. No way.
okay, next, Mark, I got another example for you.
Okay.
Let's make our way east to Russia, where things are going so good that they have resorted to making a deep fake TV series with international actors. And here is a still from the new series MP Jason with AI Keanu Reeves and AI Jason Statham. And let me turn down the volume on this clip before I play it because it's in Russian, so we won't be able to understand anything. But
Well, and before you play it, we'll put the still back up.
Looks amazing.
Let's really drink this in before we see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's the guy in the middle there between Keanu and the guy with the fez
Low
on?
level mobster, medium level mobster.
Yeah.
Is that NoHo Hank? And then is that
it
Margot
probably
Robbie
is all
up top?
actors, Pat. And then there's
yes, the guy who has the weird face thing. Yeah.
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 Yes.
And then who's on the far left in the top left?
I can't tell. It's definitely another
James
actor.
Cameron.
It's all actors. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever's playing
Whoever
Jason
they want.
Statham's eyes
Yeah.
is really blowing it.
No, Pat. Again, this is a computer. This is all made by a computer.
This looks like the fake Keanu Reeves account.
Oh
on
no!
Instagram.
Well, they're deep faking on top of people.
Yes.
well, sure, but I mean, how much of the people's real shit do you get in there? These people look exactly like the actors.
100%. Think of it like a video game, like with the guy in the green suit, and then it's
Right.
motion capped. And
Right, yeah, the
deep fake on
motion.
top. Yeah, so it's the
Right.
guy's body.
Right.
The guy's body. Okay. They don't like give
That's
him
what I'm saying.
Statham
Jason
hand?
Statham's eyes look real. The guy who's playing Jason Statham's eyes is bad. That's what I'm saying. Look at the eyes. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's watch a clip from this.
Let's
okay?
watch it.
So there's Keanu.
Майку алкоголичку,
drinking.
шорты короткие надел. Я ему еще говорю, ты бы еще сандали
Don't know what
на
they're
носки
saying, but
надел, и фонтан бы
They're having a
полез.
good time. They're
It
laughing.
looks like Keanu.
Не было этого.
Looks like Jason Statham right there.
Оливье готов.
Damn, this is
Угощайтесь.
impressive.
Ooh, Margot Robbie. She's looking good. That's a computer that did that.
They got Margot Robbie.
Uh-oh.
She
What's
she's
going
safe.
on?
They ate the food, but they don't like the food. Margot Robbie's food
Что,
sucks,
It's
Оливье
Ukrainian food.
со
and the
свежими
fat lady
огурцами настрогала.
hates it.
Девочка моя.
We got to rescue
Anyways.
Margot Robbie.
Anyways, guys,
What was up with that food?
what I'm saying right here is that AI, they're.
It's not good, Will.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't freak you out at all. Like,
Freaks me the fuck out. Yeah, that was very good. Very well done.
I would like to see Margot Robbie in like a bikini to tell if they really got the body down.
Right.
yeah, I don't know if they can do
Wearing a
that.
dress.
The possibilities
I
are
don't know.
endless.
I don't know if they can do that. It's a depressing movie. It's set in 2027, apparently. So that's Russia in 2027. Everybody watching it, if you're in Russia, you have to know that they made it because none of those actors would ever do it. So,
Keanu's a nice guy, but he's not that nice.
right. Call me crazy. I'll take the Orca house over the fake AI TV in Russia.
Dude.
I'm getting a little bit.
I would watch-
It's more.
I would
toss-up
watch
for me on
that
those two.
film.
Yeah.
What did
Really?
you see? Bruce Willis was the
Wes,
first
so Russia and Orca house is a toss up.
Did you see Margot Robbie?
Wes, it's a computer.
It looked real enough to me.
Well, do you have to live in Russia or can you just watch?
You have to
the
live in
movie?
Russia to
Do you
watch
have
that.
Can you watch the movie on
That's
VPN?
on Russian. That's on Russian TV. Only
Right.
Russian TV.
I don't want to live in
I'll
Russia.
go work a house.
Didn't
then.
look that great.
Okay. Call me crazy. I'm taking the Orca house over Russia. Finally, let's take it over to China, where Emperor Xi has just called, well, president for life, technically. Emperor Xi has just called for extending the COVID-0 policy until the end of time. And immediately he locked down much of the country. And here's a video out of Shanghai where people are just, you can see the customers in a giant grocery store. They're all just sprinting for the exits because they're worried that if they stay in there too long after the lockdown's announced, that the government will lock them inside the store.
Orca house.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Orca house.
Yeah.
Is that a Costco?
It was.
It's like a Chinese Costco.
Now it's a prison.
It's about to be a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I get to choose between a Costco or an Orca house?
You get locked in a Costco.
I'll take the
Locked in a
Costco.
COVID-0 Costco.
A bunch of people I
Wes,
could probably beat up.
Wes, that's probably true. And so that looks pretty terrible. But Wes, if you still think that might be better than the Orca house, let me drop another Chinese video that the government put out. It's about their blood. Sorry, that's
Whoa,
loud.
that's loud.
And it's a drone that drops in a robot dog who is heavily armed. It's got like a nice big automatic rifle on it. And then that robot dog, after the drone drops it off in this Chinese neighborhood, can just now walk around the neighborhood and, lay down the law.
Shoot you if you're outside.
Oh my God.
Called the Bloodwing Project. And they're bragging about that. They
House.
call that thing that's walking around their war dogs.
Oh my God.
And they say they're, now capable of being deployed by drone anywhere we want. Seems like the least chill environment imaginable in China, basically.
The only thing that's getting shot at the Orca house is your inhibitions.
Right. A lot
Tequila
of
guns.
vodka.
A lot of tequila guns, yeah.
Chinese Costco.
Chinese guys. Oh, Wes, call me crazy, but I'm taking the Orca house. All that happened to
Waiting
with the
for a
robot.
siren.
Yeah.
Come on.
Do you hear that? Is that a drone?
The robot shit. All that happened in China. We saw the other video of Russia. They dropped that robot dog AR video, and then China dropped this one this week. That happened all at the same time as Boston Dynamics this week swore to not arm their robot dogs in America, while China and Russia are buying those exact robots. That was a Boston Dynamic robot to fit them with giant guns. And
I think that's a knockoff Boston Dynamic, but yeah.
Well, okay, but they stole the IP, but then
it's the same thing
themselves. Yeah. Anyways, call me crazy again, but I'm taking the Orca house any day over the armed robots in the lockdown.
I didn't even think about the drone combination. That is That's very scary.
Can drop it off wherever.
And pick it back up.
Yeah, that is very scary.
Okay, good job, dog.
Yeah, the dog collect calls the drone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bad.
Pick me up from school, Mom.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, right. I mean, China looks very freaky. And while we're on the subject, fellas, of the whales, the Orca house, leave the whale meat for the orcas, since listener at non-funge token 420 let us know. He said a Spotify survey asked if I would eat whale meat, not the washed up one, but I have had whale before and seal. So I said, how was it? He said, not my first choice. LOL. It tastes exactly like you'd expect blubber to taste. I put some salt on it. So yeah, leave it for the orcas, guys. It's just not good. Just
non-funge token 420 is a killer handle.
It is one of the greatest Twitter handles I've seen. Call me crazy, taking the Orca house over being a full-time whaler in Japan too. But
well,
that's just my choice.
I haven't tried the whale yet, so I can't answer.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, there's a lot of people love it, like Inuits and.
All right. Well, I convinced you guys at least on
Probably
Iran,
less,
right? I got you guys at least on Iran. You take the Orca house over Iran, right?
I'll take it over all. Japan's the only one on the table for me. I'll take it over the.
You might consider being a whaler.
I mean, well, it's
Japan's just
really
cool. I might live in Japan.
Apples to oranges you're comparing here, man. The Orca house is not.
They're all places in the world.
Yeah, but you can at least chill at the Orca house. Like, you're not gonna have a girlfriend at the Orca house or anything, but you can chill there, right?
Right.
Versus
Not
these
gonna
other
get slaughtered.
places.
When the robot dogs come to to get you, they're like, no one's been living in here for 30 years. So they turn around immediately when they see the Orca house. You're safe at the Orca house. There's no chance
possibly be here.
a human could possibly be living here post 1988.
Nah, there's about to be one. I need to get a price alert going on that house. I can see it drop. All right, that's it. Wheel time. Let's wheel it
The
up.
only way that house is getting sold is if Muya forces Miss Ong to buy it. You know,
You live there now, Miss Song.
Nah, man, somebody's gonna buy that shit.
Four of a song, right? Wes is on the high five, right? Yeah,
yes. Between you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely due. That makes
Marv.
sense. That makes sense, Wheel.
I don't know. It looks like a house maybe Miss Ong might like.
I don't
As
know.
a
You guys.
punishment, she has to
I don't know what you
maintain
guys
the
are
house.
smoking. This backyard would be just delightful. to hang out.
Where's the actual pool? You know, like
Right,
it's just a bunch of
right.
fake Orca pools. How about
British
get an
Columbia.
actual
It's too
water
cold for a
feature in there?
pool.
Okay,
You don't have a pool
Summertime,
in
you
British.
can get a pool up there.
yeah, get a hot tub.
Get a
then.
heated pool, yeah.
Yeah,
It's cold up there, man.
Sure, you know I've been installing a hot tub if I got the Orca house. Anyways, call me crazy. I'm taking it. That's it for Hard Factor today. Thank you for listening as always. Don't forget, follow Hard Factor highlights and Hard Factor news, of course, on YouTube. You can watch the full shows on Spotify now. Share and save our videos online if you want to
Spread the
help us
word.
grow. Yeah, spread the word. That's how the show grows. But most importantly, get out there and have a great fucking day.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.